After already being hit for one in under 4 minutes, Nigeria go on and concede a second goal. And boy, was this one a banger. Rayo took no prisoners in this exchange. He really said I'm like that for real, as him and Bachira just completely soloed the whole of Nigeria's team. And I'm not joking when I say that. Just the two of them alone went past 1, 2, 3, 4 before curling it around the 5th, 6th and 7th Nigerian player as our ball sails past the goalkeeper. Mate, Rio's aura in this chapter is unmatched. I mean, just look at this celebration. Beautiful, effortless. And I'm not the only one that thinks so. I mean, look at the crowd just going wild. The commentator shouts, "Super Golazo, Rayo Mikage," as he points out that the shot that Rayo took was the same one Chigiri debuted during the NEL, the 44 Panther snipe. And even Chigiri's impressed, and that goal alone seems to have done real good damage to Nigeria here, as they've pretty much given up despite it being so early in the game. I mean, all but one of course, as he comes through and says, "We made it this far by busting through walls like this. We're connected by football. We're the world's strongest family." And this triggers a flashback to these guys' past, where it seems all of them grew up together in an orphanage, and how Onazi inspired excitement in all of them. But even though Onazi looked determined to turn things around here, it just don't look like it's gonna be that easy. This chapter is a really hype one and serves to show just how quick this match is gonna flow, as well as how much stronger these blue lockers actually are in this current story. There's a lot of food for thought here, and so here are the 6 things we learned in Blue Lock chapter 316. I'm here. Number 1. Ryo can fight on his own. He's him for real. And since Nagi's lock-off, instead of wallowing in depression, Rayo got himself back in the gym and did some self-improvement, and now he's back on the market. Him and Bachira's combination was flawless, and no words were needed at all. In fact, it seems like Bachira must have been spending too much time with Shido after their naked encounters just before the NEL selections, cause he's also learned how to speak emoji. Rayo was switching between copies, making great decisions on the flow. With a player like him on the team, Blue Lock literally have every position covered, and it's to a point that they can ignore Rin and Isagi completely to score. Boy, I'm really loving this new Rayo. And like I said previously, he's a player that's slowly creeping up in my top 10 list, and him being Arsenal bound just brings that rating up even more for me. My gunner. Now, the second thing I've noticed is no sweat. This is getting crazy. Blue Lock are hardly even trying. I kid you not a single Blue Lock player has even broken a sweat yet. Not even Rayo in his goal charge. Even the commentators have sweat drops at this point. But the Blue Lockers are in their element here. It's just so comfortable. The leap these players have made from the beginning of the story up until this point cannot be understated. Remember, the Blue Lock program has only been active for less than a year, and these guys are boxing with the champions of Africa like it's child's play. Light work. And speaking of champions of Africa, point number 3, Nigeria is finished. Kuso, too focused on Rin and Isagi, is now realizing that Blue Lock doesn't just have 1 or 2 threats. The whole team is a hazard. He literally says that Blue Lock is impossible to predict. A damning statement if I do say so myself. I mean, just look at their reaction to that Rayo goal. Bello saying we're gonna lose, and Kuso offering no reassurances. Then you got Obo straight up saying this is the wall of the world. These guys are shell-shocked. They're completely bamboozled, flabbergasted. And even though Onazi hasn't broken yet, the seeds of doubt have already started to creep in and the cracks are showing. They need to come up with something ASAP. And you guys need to hit the like button ASAP. Show me some love here. I'm trying to be more consistent and I'm working on a few more videos, but your support would really help in motivating me. And also, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Much appreciated. Now back to our list. Now, the 4th thing we learn in chapter 316 is family power-ups. So right now, we're being given a little more insight on the backstory of the Nigerian band of brothers. And of course, there has to be a little sprinkle of sadness and tragedy in there. Since as it turns out, these guys were actually orphans living together. And so they truly grew up as brothers. In the flashback, we see that Onazi was the last one to arrive, and it's Kuso the first one to befriend him. At first, Onazi was in his feelings, which is understandable since he must have been depressed and he's just arrived. But after being rage baited by Kuso, yelling at him to keep living a lonely life, Onazi truly got triggered, screaming back, "I'm not lonely," and then takes the ball and proceeds to physically abuse Bello and Obo. And he does all this in the process of showing off his football dribbling skills, as he smashes into Obo's face and strikes the ball mid-air into the goal, whilst announcing his name. It's Onazi. Now you think that the others would be a little bit angry at what he did here, but just the opposite. These guys were gassed. They all run towards him in joy, screaming, "Nice to meet you, Onazi." And so this flashback would suggest that Onazi might be the one to uplift everyone's morale at this junction and stage a comeback. Which leads me to point number 5. Can Onazi actually inspire a comeback here? Onazi awakening incoming? I mean, we sort of saw him try it before after the first goal. So what can they actually do different this time? We already saw that Nico and Aru had the beating of them. And that's all before even IQ gets involved. And me personally, I'm a huge advocate of sweat skating. And the Nigerian boys are starting to get heated. Hopefully that means that they'll actually be trying harder now that they understand that they're currently outmatched. They really need to step it up at this point and show something special. Their current game plan has been sussed and they have no effective game plan against the Blue Lockers. And so they need to come up with something that can actually get them a foothold in this game and claw a goal back. Although it looks like Isagi has zero intention of letting that happen. Which leads me to point number 6. Blue Lock are monsters. They're relentless, and I don't see them letting up anytime soon. The boys are showing off all the results of their training, and no offense here, but this seems like a good game for the side characters to show off, because as we've been able to see so far, they've already been able to score 2 goals with not much intervention from Rin and Isagi, as the play that led to this last goal started with Ryu and Nico, and was solely driven by Raito and Bachira. Isagi and Rin are being treated like the side characters here, and I know both of them are boiling right now. The only danger in all this is that they may show their hands too much to the rest of the participants of this World Cup, as there will be no doubts that the rest of the countries are currently watching this match and studying this Japan team as a threat, especially if the game ends up in a routing, because then everyone will be on high alert. Yeah, this game is looking more and more likely to be a blowout. Nigeria don't have what it takes. But for me, this only just confirms the thoughts that I always had, that this game will be used to hype up the Blue Lock team, as well as inflate their egos and confidence, only to knock them down in the next one against France. There's no doubt France are watching, and they'll be formulating a plan to counter, although that game itself might just be attack for attack. I can really see it end up being super high scoring, with both teams forgoing their defenses and instead showing off their attacking prowess, which Blue Lock has a real abundance of. Anyways guys, let me know your thoughts on this chapter. I really want to know if you guys have any confidence in Onazi inspiring a turnaround here, or is Blue Lock just gonna run riot, making it free again? Put your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure before you leave you like this video and that you're subscribed to the channel. And once again, join us on our locker room live streams on Tuesday evenings, 10:30 UK time. And so till I see you again, please take care and God bless.